The capabilities of a country's air force, army, and navy determine its military power. An army is not strong just because it has so many soldiers. A country's armed forces consist of several factors, including the number of military people, the technology of its weapons, defense spending. In this video, we'll show you the 10 most powerful armies in the world. The top 10 military in the world in 2023 are shown below. With a score of 0.0045, the United States possesses the strongest military force in the whole globe. The nation now boasts 10 military aircraft carriers as well as cutting-edge military equipment, including the brand-new railgun. Additionally, the United States has the most aircraft in the world, cutting-edge equipment like the Navy's new railgun, a substantial and well-trained human force, and, of course, the largest nuclear arsenal in the world. In the US, there are 1,400,000 frontline soldiers who are actively serving. The nation also boasts the most aircraft, 13,892, tanks, 8,848, and submarines, 72, all in the globe. According to Richard Douglas, a security expert, the US will continue to have the most powerful military in the world due to its financial strength, a sizable number of combat units, and specialized special forces. The second strongest military in the world is that of Russia. Gets a 0.050 score on the Global Firepower Index. 873 fighter aircraft and 531 attack helicopters make up the whole air force of Russia. Russia has 48 minesweeper ships and 62 submarines at sea. Russia allocated $154 billion for defense spending in 2022. The tank fleet in Russia is unmatched worldwide. The US has the largest aircraft fleet, and the third largest submarine fleet in the world. The former Soviet Union's dominant military force is still Russia. The third strongest military in the world is located in China. Over 2 million active soldiers make up the more than 50% of the entire population that is accessible in terms of labor. China is in possession of 2,250 nuclear weapons, 35,000 armored vehicles, and 3,205 tanks. China has 46 frigates, 72 corvettes, 79 submarines, and 123 patrol boats in its maritime fleet. China's military has grown significantly in terms of both might and capability. China has the world's largest military in terms of total personnel and the second largest fleets of tanks, after only Russia, and submarines, behind only the United States. Ballistic missiles and fifth-generation aircraft are only two of the revolutionary military technology China is now researching. India, one of the world's most powerful military, ranks easily in fourth place on the list with a score of 0.098. It possesses 4,292 armored tanks, 4,060 pieces of towed artillery, and an estimated 1,444,000 active military troops. Nuclear weapons are available to the nation, significantly bolstering its military power. India also has one of the world's biggest populations. India has 1.455 million soldiers on the ground, 4,740 combat tanks, 35 battleships, 14 nuclear submarines, 841 aircraft, and 150 nuclear weapons in total. In terms of total military might, Japan comes in fifth place behind the United States, Russia, China, and India. The nation makes enormous efforts to neutralize China, North Korea, and Russian threats. In its relationship with Washington, Japan has swiftly increased its military presence and increased its procurement of expensive American weaponry and technology, such as fighter planes and missile interceptors. The Japanese armed forces have 247,000 active military members. It has 606 airplanes in the air, 2 aircraft carriers, 47 warships, 22 submarines, and 580 tanks on the land. Japan has a small yet incredibly well-equipped military despite its size. One of the world's largest and most powerful permanent military forces is located in the Republic of South Korea. The country has a workforce of 3,750,000 people and a number of submarines, aircraft, and armored vehicles. South Korea, the sixth most powerful army in the world, has 2,381 tanks, 1,412 aircraft, 13 submarines. The French military has a modest size in terms of its total strength. It does, however, have a power index score of 0.128, making it the nation with the world's seventh strongest military. The French government invests a large amount of money to guarantee that its 202,780 active military members receives a high-quality education. France has 10 submarines, 1,264 aircraft, and 423 armored tanks. In the European Union, France also has the largest standing military. Britain still takes pleasure in having one of the strongest armies in the world, ranking 8th on the list, despite the fact that the size of its military has decreased. One of the world's most potent arsenals is found in Britain. Its aircraft carrier, the HMS Queen Elizabeth, is capable of flying 40 F-35B Joint Strike Fighters across the globe. The British Army, Royal Navy, Royal Air Force, and Royal Marines are the four components of the British military. The UK Armed Forces have around 149,000 active duty soldiers. The Pakistani Armed Forces, which rank 6th in the world in terms of the number of active military troops, are made up of the Army, Navy, and Air Force, 3 fully uniformed services, as well as paramilitary groups like the National Guard and Civil Armed Forces. With 4,516 people deployed abroad as of April 2021, Pakistan was the 6th largest contributor to United Nations peacekeeping missions. Our list of the top 10 most powerful militaries in the world is completed by the Italian military. Along with 2 operational aircraft carriers, the nation also possesses a sizable submarine and chopper force. There are 165,500 active members in its military. Italy has 241 war-capable aircraft in the air. One of our top 10 videos has concluded yet again. In the meantime, please help us by giving the video a like. Goodbye.